Earlier today, we spoke to Fern McCann and our three fantastic bikini babes who were all desperate to turn the tables on the body shamers and boost body confidence in everybody.
We're actually trending number 5 in the UK at the moment. Very positive comments about the ladies, about Fern being so honest about it all. And it's a subject that's definitely got you talking as well. Body confidence coach Natasha Devon is here. So let's get straight to the calls and let's talk to Carol. And Carol says she refuses to get intimate because she hates her body. Hi, Carol.
Hello there. Thank you for talking to me.
That's all right. No, thank you for talking to us. What would you like to say?
To be honest with you, I don't really know. I just know what to put out there, to be honest with you. I've been single for 2.5 years after a marriage of 18 years. I've always been a really, really small size 6 to 8, even though I had the children. But lately, even though my limbs are still really, really tiny, I've got a really massive pot belly, and people keep thinking that I'm pregnant. And I hide myself all the time, and I've been asked out a number of times, but that's because I feel that I've covered myself up, and I don't want to go out with anybody else because I would never ever want them to see my body as it is.
Okay.
And this is your pot belly, as you say, people call it. That's mentioned by your mum, by your kids, by everybody.
Yeah, it started off with my ex, and then my children have picked it up, but I just laugh it off with my children. But I think the most hurtful thing is my mum. She's often put me down about certain things.
See, it's one thing, isn't it, when we talk about sort of online trolls and these faceless people that say these nasty things, but actually when it's family and your mum and your kids, and I know they're only doing it because they think it's funny and they've picked it up off your ex. It's not their fault.
I can take it off my kids because I do just laugh about it with my kids, and I actually play up to it, and I actually stick my stomach out more with my kids, you know, and make a joke of it. But at the end of the day, I think I'm 48, but I just don't want to go on anymore.
Oh, no. Hold on a second. Yeah. I mean, you've got your kids. Most important, fundamental. Look at what you made. I mean, that's fundamentally the basis, foundation of your life moving forward. Being with them, living your life around theirs. All of those things incredibly important.
I know, and they're the only things that keep me going. To be honest with you, is my kids. But
okay.
Well, that's the most important thing. Your kids keep you going. So
definitely.
Point number 1, massive positive. So let's address the other issue.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's see whether or not we can help a little bit with that.
I mean, it sounds to me, what I'm hearing, Carol, is that there's a lot of things that have happened to you that have been quite traumatic. You've had a relationship breakdown, and because it's a transitional phase in your life, all this kind of anxiety and dissatisfaction that you feel, you've channeled it into thinking about your belly, but it's not really about your stomach, is it? It's about all the other things that you're dissatisfied with. And we all do it, you know, because our body's there. It's really easy to think, oh, if my stomach was different, then I'd be happier. But I think you need to let that thought go and think about what it is that's really going to make you happier. And you've mentioned your children. Like, what else makes you happy? What do you enjoy doing?
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, what else do you enjoy doing?
Oh, I just started cycling again. I've got a little part-time job, but I'm getting attention and I'm getting really nice, friendly people, but I just feel that I'm closing myself off because I don't want to, especially with the summer months coming up, I just don't want to show myself.
The thing is that a lot of people, and then this is something we've heard a lot in here, that it's how you project yourself, that if you feel bad about yourself, then you're down. You might be the person at the party where people think, you know, everyone's having a ball, but you won't let yourself go, and she would be better off, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but it sounds like she would be better off if she actually loved herself a little more, because that would then be projected.
And there's something that's really useful to know about the way that we view ourselves. When we look at ourselves either in a photo or in the mirror, we do something called compartmentalization. We divide our body up into chunks and we zoom in on the parts of ourselves that we don't like. When other people look at us, they don't do that. They see us as a whole. So these flaws that we think we have are exaggerated in our heads. They're much bigger in our minds than they are in reality. So whatever you think of your belly, other people don't see it in the same way that you do, and that's really useful to know.
But how can she switch off what she thinks? Like, because you sort of say, you know, well, don't let it in, don't worry about it, don't think about it, it's not important. But it's clearly seriously important to her. So how do you stop thinking about it in that way? Because we can all sit here and tell you, you know, look at the positives in your life, you're beautiful, you're this, you're that. But if you don't feel it, how come you've got that confidence? How come, you know, those ladies on the sofa had that confidence?
Yeah.
What do they know?
I think that, well, two things. It's an exercise that we do with the teenagers we work with is we ask them to create a character that's them, how they would want to be. So for you, Carol, think of a really confident Carol. How does she stand? How does she talk? How does she dress? And practice being that person. Fake it until you make it. That's a really good way of getting extra confidence.
When you look in the mirror, what do you love? Which bit of you do you love? What are you happy with?
I've got nice eyes, people say, and I've got a lovely smile.
Well, I mean, first of all, when you're meeting people and you're going out, and that's the window of your soul. You know, those your eyes and your smile. You sound like you've got a great personality.
I was going to say,
These
I
are
can't
big
see you, but you sound like
ticks.
a really nice person that's really easy to chat to.
Oh, everybody loves me, but I just don't love myself. I don't even like myself, and that's the problem.
Well, I think as you've just said, I mean, because she's concentrating on one specific area and forgetting all the positives.
The good stuff.
Yeah, and also the way that your children view you, you know, they don't care what you look like at the end of the day. They love you unconditionally. So try and see yourself through their eyes and try and see the positives.
What we're going to do, Carol, if you stick on the line, we're going to get someone to have a little chat with you when we come off air, OK? Is that all right?
I know. Thank you so much.
You stay on the line. Lots of love to you, OK?
Thank you.
All right, darling. OK.